The US, UK, and other allies have responded over the months with strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. The Houthi movement says it's standing in solidarity with Palestinians. Let's go live now to Jamal Benomar, the former longtime United Nations diplomat and special envoy for Yemen. It's great to have you here on the program. First of all, what do you make of this latest incident there in the Red Sea, this one involving a Greek-owned oil tanker?
Well, the situation is getting out of hand. I think the militaristic approach to what's happening in the Red Sea is backfiring. The theater of operation is expanding. Houthis have expanded their area of operation. It's no longer just the Red Sea. It's south of Aden, Indian Ocean, and they are threatening to carry out operations in the Mediterranean. Let's see whether this is serious or not. So it's no longer just the Red Sea. The frequency of these operations have increased. They are using more sophisticated weapons and special weapons that we hadn't seen before. They have more coordination now with other groups in the region, particular militias in Iraq. And obviously, they are liaising with Hezbollah. This should have been resolved through diplomacy, not the militarization of the Red Sea.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, because you said this military action against the Houthis seems to be backfiring. What then is the other option? You said diplomacy. How possible is that, do you think, with a group like the Houthis?
Look, there is a clear link between what's happening in the Red Sea and the situation in Gaza. The Houthis are saying that, they're taking action in solidarity with the Palestinians to stop the slaughter of innocent civilians in Gaza. Well, international public opinion is demanding an end to this war and the slaughter of the Palestinians. And it's very clear that if there is a ceasefire in Gaza or other fronts like Lebanon, Israeli border situation in the Red Sea will come down.
To what extent do you think the Houthis now are working together with other actors in the region, potentially a group like Hezbollah?
Yes, they increased their cooperation with their coordination with other groups in the whole region. But Houthis have used this US-UK bombing campaign to recruit more combatants back in Yemen. This is allowing them to build their forces, and the number of combatants that they recruited recently is very high from what I'm hearing directly from Yemenis in Yemen. And their action allows them to look good, with the Arab public at large. The public at large in Arab countries is very resentful of their government impotence or complicity in this conflict. So it's making them look also like an important regional actor, an international actor that is affecting maritime routes and international economy and so on and so on. And we shouldn't forget, that only in 2014, Houthis were basically a ragtag militia. When I was meeting with them, facilitating their dialogue with other Yemeni factions, in my capacity as UN Special Envoy for Yemen, they were a small group located in the far north of the country. So everybody underestimated them. And I think the US, UK underestimated what Houthis could do. They never expected them to take over the capital. They never expected them to withstand the Saudi Emirati onslaught when Saudi Arabia decided to go to war against the Houthis in 2015. The Houthis basically won this war. The Saudis have been more recently wise to withdraw from this war. And they're very cautious also when we see their reaction to what's happening now in the Red Sea. They never joined the US-UK coalition or
Let me
campaign.
just jump in here because we only have about 30 seconds left, but I did want to make sure to ask you just briefly, do you think, because we're seeing these ceasefire negotiations continue, if there were to be an agreement there in Gaza, do you think that might put an end to these sorts of attacks by the Houthis in the Red Sea?
Absolutely. I'm very certain of that. What gives rise to this situation is the continuing war on Palestinians in Gaza. If that comes to an end, these situations in Lebanon and the Red Sea also will come to an end.
Great to get your perspective on this, Jamal Benomar, longtime former UN Secretary General Special Envoy for Yemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.